Hi, I'm Chad from Canyon Coolers, and I'm here today to give you some product training and product knowledge so that you can effectively sell Canyon Coolers. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about the company's history briefly before we talk about our warranty and our customer support practices. Then we're going to jump into some specific product training on the Outfitter series of coolers, and then we'll wrap it up by talking about some of the new products that we have coming out, like the Quest soft-sided cooler as well as the Prospector cooler. So let's get into it. Canyon Coolers was started 5.5 years ago when the owner, Jason Costello, a river runner, grew tired of dealing with coolers that wouldn't hold up to whitewater river running. Jason would be out there on these 14 or these 21-day river trips, and the coolers that he was using wouldn't keep ice throughout the trip, nor would they hold up to season after season of whitewater river running use. So Jason started Canyon Coolers and created a cooler that would do just that. The result is a unique design that is made using a roto-molding manufacturing process. What this means is that the cooler has this rigid plastic shell that's the exact same thing as a whitewater kayak. Then that shell is filled with this expanding polyurethane foam, so you're not paying for an air void. All this translates into a cooler that is bomb-proof and that's going to last you forever. And if you do manage to break something, Canyon Coolers has a lifetime warranty. The warranty is a no-hassle warranty, so when you get your cooler, you don't have to fill out registration paperwork or do anything like that. You don't even need to be the original owner of the cooler or have any form of proof of purchase. In short, if something breaks on you, give us a call or send us an email, tell us what's going on, talk to a real-life human, and we'll get you taken care of. Now, let's jump into some specific product training. Behind me is the Outfitter series of coolers, the smallest of which is the 22 quart. From there, you move to the 35, the 55, 75, and the largest is the 125. The 35 through the 125 Outfitters are all certified as grizzly bear resistant by the Interagency Grizzly Bear Committee. What this means is that these coolers are approved food storage containers in national parks and other places that require you to have a bear-resistant food storage container. The 35 through the 125 also have a number of features that you won't see on the 22, so I'll talk about them first before talking about the 22. However, all of the Outfitter coolers use the same design principle. And what that means is that when the cooler's packed up, it's this nice square shape. There's no hinge sticking out in the back, nor is there no latch sticking out of the front, or handles sticking out on the side. It's all a nice square shape that packs and slides really nicely in and out of spaces like in your truck or your boat or anywhere else for you to put the cooler. It's all usable space. The latches are made of a UV resistant rubber, which is flexible, and all of our latches are user replaceable, which is something you're not going to see on some of the more popular high-end ice chests. Moving to the side of the cooler, you'll notice there's spots for a long hasp lock, as well as a spot where you can take a 1-inch cam strap or any other sort of tubular webbing or what have you, strap the cooler down, and still get in and out of the lid, which is really nice if you're using your cooler in a side-by-side or on a trailer or someplace where you don't want to deal with moving it, but you still want to be able to get in your lid. You can also lock the cooler while it's strapped down. Out back, the hinge is a solid metal rod that keeps the lid in the upright position. So when you open the cooler, it's not going to flip back in the dirt and you're going to bring all that dirt into your cooler. On the inside, we have a 3/4-inch polyurethane gasket, which is also replaceable. The gasket mates very nicely to this lip on the inside of the cooler, and it creates an airtight seal. What that means is that the cooler is going to have much better cold retention than a cooler that's just two plastic pieces coming together poorly. Inside the cooler, you can also run these baskets. And these baskets are great for keeping cheese or other things you want to keep out of your cooler water dry, and it's also a great place to put things you want to be able to access quickly. The inside of the cooler itself is as darn near a vertical wall as we can get it, but still get the cooler out of the mold. And what that means is that it's a nice square place to pack stuff. You don't have to worry about awkward shapes that you're not going to be able to pack efficiently. On the side of the cooler, we've got a built-in handle here, which is great for carrying an empty cooler, and a rope handle, which is great for having two people carry the cooler side by side. The drain plug is a no-lose drain plug, and what that means is that you can unscrew the drain plug and not have to worry about losing it in the dirt or setting it somewhere and forgetting about it. This is also a user replaceable part if you need to do that as well. Now we'll talk about the 22 real quick. The 22 quart is a great day cooler. The latches are also recessed, as is the hinge. It's got the same design approach as the Outfitter. What's nice is that this strap is made by a company that manufactures rifle straps, so it fits on your shoulder really nicely, stays in place, and is actually really comfortable to carry. Now we're going to talk about some of the new products we have coming out. This is the Prospector 103 quart cooler, and it's designed for severe duty applications, such as four-wheeling or whitewater rafting. While the Outfitter coolers are flushed on the front and back, the Prospector has this lip molded into it on the front and on the back. You can get a good idea of what that looks like on this Prospector that we've cut in half. The reason we did that is that this way the Prospector sets really nicely into a frame, and it can even become a structural member of a whitewater raft. In addition to the two strapping points that all the coolers have on the sides, you've got two additional strapping points here on the front and two on the back. As far as drain plugs go, there are two no-lose drain plugs. There's one over here on the side, and there's one on here on the front. So when the cooler is strapped into a raft, for instance, you can still get to the cooler and you can still drain water out of it. Handles, there are two. There's the molded-in handles here, as well as the rope handles that you can use to have two people carry this cooler. My favorite feature, though, is the way the baskets work. If we look at this Prospector that we've cut in half, we'll notice there's two baskets. If I take the bottom basket out, I can then take the top basket, turn it 90 degrees, and then the basket that was sitting in the top tray now sits in the bottom tray. What's nice about this is that you can take 4 of these baskets and use them in one Prospector cooler, so you can organize this thing to your heart's content. Now we'll talk about the Quest soft-sided cooler. These are the Canyon Cooler Quest soft-sided coolers. They're all made from the same thing that an inflatable whitewater raft is made from, so it's a very durable material. The Quest currently comes in 2 sizes, the small 16 quart, which are available in yellow and orange, and the large 32 quart, which are available in OD green, as well as this blaze orange. All of the Quest soft-sided coolers feature a padded backpack harness, which makes carrying the Quest very comfortable when it's full. They also all feature a spot for you to run a hydration tube from inside the cooler, so you can use a Camelback or Osprey or any brand of hydration reservoir and have water with you while you're hiking. All of these coolers close up just like a dry bag does. Where you seal the top together, roll it over a couple of times, and then strap it down on each end. The small Quest coolers will be available in June of 16, and we expect to have the larger ones available in July of 16. This is all the product training that we have for you today. What we want you to take away from this is that Canyon Coolers makes a uniquely designed, very durable product that comes in at a value price point that is much more affordable than our competitors. We back all of our products with a lifetime warranty, which is handled by real humans, not robots. So it's truly the last ice chest you're ever going to have to buy. Thank you for your time.